I met this young man in high school. It came out of nowhere, and he kissed me that night. In a short amount of time, we started having sex together.
For a long time, that's what I thought a relationship was. I thought it was being physically and somewhat emotionally attached. And then we'd start doing stuff, and I'd be like, well, for the sake of our friendship, we shouldn't date, but we could still be doing this.
There was one night in college where I didn't know if I could get back to my room without falling asleep. A friend of mine, who was a guy, he offered for me to sleep in his roommate's bed because his roommate was out of town for the weekend.
There was a certain point where I was just like, you know what, why am I lying about this thing? Like, why not just go out there and just have some sex and just be for real?
I guess that I never really was expecting to commit. It was just really for entertainment and my enjoyment.
I was already confused because we didn't have a title to anything. And now, like, the pieces were starting to come together. And it's like, oh, so this is why we only hang out, like, after 10 o'clock. And this is why none of his friends know, like, about us.
I would kind of get on their, like, good side and be sensitive for a while, and then I would pressure them into what they didn't really want to do, but they kind of felt like they needed to do.
That was the first time I had slept in a room with a guy, but yet he had also asked, "Are you a virgin?" And I told him the truth. I was a virgin, and he suggested that we have sex.
I probably talked to her for like a little while, probably like 2 weeks, and then before you know it, we was in the bed. And then she was just like, you know, I really don't feel right about this. Like, I think we should go out. And I was just like, you crazy. I don't need that kind of like commitment, that kind of stress in my life right now. We was having a good time. Like, what is this going out stuff you talking about?
And like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to date her, but you know, we were having fun.
I felt used. It hurt. It was hard. I didn't care anymore about myself. I didn't care about this other girl. I didn't even care really about him. Now it was about like me getting mine.
There was guilt because of how I was raised, but mostly it was guilt when I saw relationships that worked and relationships that were pure.
I already had everything that she had to offer, so what more was there? After that, like one after the next, like I was just like, man, it's like a kid in a candy store. Like.
From there, I actually had sex with somebody else the very next night. At that point, it seemed unnatural for me to stick to one set relationship.
I just felt like girls were an object. They weren't really people.
One day, I was sleeping with the same girl, and my little sister, my 10-year-old sister, walked in and caught us. And I just remember feeling so disgusted, feeling like, man, this is my 10-year-old sister. She's pure, and I exposed her to this. The people who love me most are really being hurt by this.